when you give them a good shape, when you give them a good direction, when you give them a good orientation, naturally they are bound to succeed. The definition of success varies from person to person, their calibers, their targets, their visions.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Seema Chhoriya, and I welcome you all to another insightful session on great principles. We may have several success stories and numerous awards to our name, but our education is equally important in the long run. It all lies in the implementation of what our knowledge reservoir has stored up. Please join me in extending a very warm welcome to our determined educator of the day who has used his knowledge to help many and save many from the failures of life. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Vijay Nagesh, Director, Academics and Principal, Takshshilaa International School, Chhattisgarh. Welcome to Great Principles, sir. We are very honored to have you with us.
So first of all, namaste and very good evening to you and all my viewers. And it's an honor for me to be in such a wonderful platform amongst the audience.
Thank you so much, sir. And we are very, very eager to know about you, about your journey. So, what I know about you is that once upon a time there was an IITian dream which crashed, but that crash didn't hamper your life. You became more determined and you joined in this noble profession and tried to give guidance to the people, those who were not able to get into. So, tell us, take us back to your those days, how it all started, and how did you landed up in education domain?
Yeah, very good question, Seema. And literally, after completing of the 12th, we got 99 percentage of marks in mathematics. And those days, getting good maths marks in mathematics, one has a dream of coming to and becoming a good engineer. And the best number one prestigious institute of India in engineering is nothing but IITs. So IIT became my dream. Worked hard for the 2 years, 11th and 12th, gave up my best, but ultimately could not get selected in IITs. So that, of course, I had to satisfy with different college of engineering, other than IITs, and I first completed my engineering there. But that became a good motivational point for me that I missed my IITs due to some basic things, which somebody would have guided me, or I would have developed by mere acquiring some other different knowledge. I would have achieved it. So that forced me, though I'm a technical person in terms of qualification, but that drove me to choose education as my profession. And I went on to become a faculty because I missed certain things which I felt that if I would have got certain guidance, I would have cracked IITs. Not only got selected, but in fact would have got good rank. So small things which adds value in one person's, if you can do it, if I missed it, I dreamt that I should make my children that they should not lose such things in their life, especially good competitive exams like IIT or getting qualified in medical entrance like AIMS or NEET or something like that. So that is why I chose this profession, and where I tried my level best in the past 25 years that the students get the right value, the right direction, the right orientation, because the students are intellectual, they are hard workers, but they need that orientation, that shaping, giving up the direction, adding up of value to their credentials. So that is why I chose this as my profession, and with the blessings of you all, educationists, viewers, parents, and children have been successful for the past 25 years. And not once, not hundred, thousands of students have got selected into various different IITs and the medical colleges.
Wow. So this is something really wonderful to hear that when you are not able to achieve your own dream, you made others realize their dream. So sir, here I would like to ask you one more thing, and I'll put up my question in Hindi so that we can have more audience to reach out to. So ऐसा क्या मिस आउट था आपके टाइम में which you think was not enough, मतलब अगर वो होता तो आप शायद आईआईटी क्रैक कर लेते, और आपने ऐसे कौन से चेंजेस लाए, आपने अपने बच्चों को ऐसा कौन सा गुरु मंत्र दिया ताकि वो इस IIT is one of the toughest exams around the globe in the world. It's not easy thing, and it's really something very very difficult for a student to do. So आपने ऐसा कौन सा गुरु मंत्र दिया है कि बच्चे ये चीज क्रैक कर पा रहे हैं?
बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न है सीमा। देखिए, मेहनत सारे बच्चे करते हैं जिनका एक गोल होता है, एक मिशन होता है, लाइफ में एक विजन होता है। मेहनत में कमी कोई नहीं करता। काबिलियत भी सब में होती है, और बहुत बच्चे मेहनत काबिलियत दोनों का तालमेल लेके अपने लक्ष्य की ओर जाने की कोशिश करते हैं। लेकिन टारगेट तक पहुंचने के लिए ये दोनों ही काफी नहीं होता। इसमें ऐसे कई छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स, वैल्यूज हमको ऐड करने पड़ते हैं, जो एक दिशा देती है आपकी मेहनत को, जो उसमें एक रिदम प्रोवाइड करता है, जो उसको एनहांस करता है और उस स्किल्स को बढ़ाता है। ये चीज के लिए हमेशा आपको एक अच्छे मेंटर की जरूरत पड़ती है, एक अच्छे कोच की जरूरत पड़ती है, एक अच्छे गाइड की जरूरत पड़ती है, और उनके द्वारा बताए गए वो टिप्स उनको बहुत हेल्पफुल होते हैं। अगर ये चीजें बच्चों को मिले, बच्चे ही नहीं, किसी भी व्यक्ति को किसी भी लाइन में हो, चाहे स्पोर्ट्स की बात करें, क्रिकेट की बात करें, एथलेटिक्स की बात करें, पढ़ाई की बात करें, इसे हर कोई एक अपने आप अपने एक मेंटर या कोच को रखता है ताकि वो ये चीजों को प्राप्त कर सके। तो ये चीजें जब एक अच्छे, और जितना अच्छा आपका मेंटर होता है, जितना अच्छा आपका कोच होता है, आपकी काबिलियत है या आपकी एनहेंसमेंट या आपका अपलिफ्टमेंट उतना ज्यादा होता है। तो ये चीज हमने अपने टाइम में मिस किया। उस समय कोई होता नहीं था देने के लिए, हमें लगता था बस मेहनत से चीजें आ जाएगी। मेहनत तो जी जान किया, नींदें उड़ाई, रात की काफी मेहनत की, पढ़ाई की, नॉलेज भी बहुत अच्छा था। लेकिन इन चीजें, ये छोटे छोटे वैल्यूज है, छोटे छोटे टिप्स की वजह से शायद हम क्रैक नहीं कर पाए एग्जाम्स को। तो जब हम बच्चों को ऐसी चीजें देते हैं तो उनका परफॉर्मेंस एक सिलेक्शन तक ही नहीं रहता, वो एक अच्छा रैंक लाते हैं, मेरिट में लाते हैं, एक अच्छे टॉप कॉलेजेस में जाते हैं, जिसकी बहुत बड़ी वैल्यू होती है आपके करियर में, मतलब आपका फ्यूचर में। तो ये चीजें होती है जो जो आप बोल रहे गुरु मंत्र, मतलब ये कोई एक ऐसा स्पेसिफिक मंत्र तो नहीं होता कि वो बता दिए बच्चा उसे चैंट करे। लेकिन ये जो हम टिप्स, साइड स्किल्स देते हैं, जो बच्चों को एनहांस करता है, वैल्यू ऐड करते हैं हर चीज में, क्योंकि आईआईटी जैसे एग्जाम में आपको तीनों सब्जेक्ट का रिदम बड़ा अच्छा होना चाहिए, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथमेटिक्स। नीट की बात करें तो फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, बायोलॉजी। तो ये जो हम एनहांस करते हैं उनको, वो उनको एक सिलेक्शन, एक रैंक की ओर लेके जाता है।
एब्सोल्युटली सर। सिर्फ मेहनत से भी, मेहनत के साथ साथ में सही डायरेक्शन की भी ज़रूरत है कि तुम्हारी मेहनत किस डायरेक्शन में जा रही है। इफ़ यू आर नॉट वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स द राइट गोल, एवरीथिंग इज वेस्टेड। सो सर राइटली सेड, वी नीड अ मेंटर to guide us where we are going ahead, to keep a watch on us and guide us the true path. So wonderfully explained, sir. Moving ahead to my next question. अभी पैंडेमिक के बाद में आप और हम अलग अलग कॉर्नर्स में बैठ के बात कर रहे हैं। सिमिलरली द वर्ल्ड हैज कम क्लोजर, वी ऑल आर ग्लोबली कनेक्टेड टुडे। कहीं भी किसी भी कॉर्नर में वी
या
कैन बी कनेक्टेड, sir, but there is a definition between a good citizen, a true citizen, and a successful citizen. So how would you teach our children to be a true world citizens or successful citizen? What should we teach our children to be? How can we imbibe humility, values, along with being successful?
See, I would like to guide my children, and I've been doing it for the past 25 years, to become successful citizens. The truth is already a part of the success, already a part of that success, to be in that when you become a successful citizen. So, and the definition of success varies from person to person, their calibers, their targets, their visions. So to become a successful is very important. It's very important. And that is how the first thing what a child achieves is the contentment. Means he feels contented, he feels happy that I have achieved my first step of maybe after pursuing or entering in the graduation level or after completing the graduation level. So that is the first part. One should be a successful citizen. And success, there are different parameters of measuring success, that is individualistic. There are different goals for success, again that is individualistic. It varies from person to person. So there cannot be a specific thing that where we can define success for any common, in a very common way. And second thing is, when you add value to a person's life, when you give them a good shape, when you give them a good direction, when you give them a good orientation, when you give them a good back support, when you give them a good lift, when you give them that platform, naturally they are bound to succeed either in one way or in another way, either in one profession or in another profession, either in one stream or in another stream.
Very rightly said, sir. I completely agree with you. With success comes, a determination to do something. And when a child has succeeded well, he will definitely contribute to the nation also, and that is how he becomes a true
Yeah.
citizen. So very beautifully explained. Moving ahead to my next question. So you have a beautiful career record of setting up schools and taking the schools to the new heights. There is so much that has added laurel to your journey, and there is track of awards and recognition that you have received. I would like to know from you, how would you describe this success story to the perspective of educators? Does these laurels only add up to the success, or what is that which brings true satisfaction and contentment in the life of an educator?
Very good question, Seema. Openly, I'm telling, of course, I've got about 70, 75 awards at the national levels, but I openly say these awards doesn't add to my credentials, nowhere. It's the success, individual success of the child who has been throughout my career of 25 years. There have been lakhs of children, not thousands, lakhs of children. Their success stories is the real achievement for me. Their happiness, their contentment is the real success, the real award for me. When the child has achieved his or her milestone, that is my real award for me. And because of such milestones achieved by hundreds, thousands of children, maybe their love, their affection, their faith, and their success stories have added the physical credentials to me in the form of awards by different societies and organizations at the national levels, and they have recognized me. Because to be very frank, Seema, I never knew about any of these organizations. They started approaching me through getting references through different bodies and different children and different parents and different organizations. So their success story is the my real foundation for getting such laurels, medals, awards. So the success of the children, the success of the parents, the contribution of the children towards the development of the society in the different fields is the real achievement, and that only has given me all the laurels. And the journey is not yet over, it is still continuing. And again, building up of organizations, what you spelled, Seema, again, the success of the child only brings the success of the organization, the growth of the organization, and sky is the limit. You can't be satisfied with one student getting selected, or 10 students getting selected, or 20 students getting selected. There is no limit. So it's an open journey for everybody. The only thing required is a good hard work, commitment, and the dedication for the children.
Absolutely. Very well said that the success of an educator lies in the success of the student only. So, as when the student succeed, educator succeed, and so does the organization, the institute itself. So, beautifully described about what writes the true success story of an educator. Moving ahead to our rapid fire round. This round is a fast paced round where you need to answer me in one word or a sentence. Here, we'll be revealing some fun
Yeah,
facts also about you. So, here we go. We are ready. And here comes my very first
yeah.
question to you. We would like to hear from you a funny or a weird incident in your life.
The most funniest incident of my life is when I started my career. Until 1.5 years, I could not get a class. You'll not believe it. I've been a successful faculty and won very good successful awards, but for the first 1.5 years, I was not even considered to be that I can take a class. That makes mine very funny.
That's true, sir. Moving ahead to my next question. How do you spend your recreational time? What activities you do when you're not working?
Listening to good old melodious songs by legends. I enjoy traveling and enjoy good vegetarian food.
Who is your favorite author?
My favorite author is Mr. R.K. Narayan. the author of the famous book Malgudi Days, that has a lot of fun, lot of entertainment, lot of zeal, lot of motivation, and lot of morale. And most important, it's very mind freshing and even it's heart touching, and it's very inspirational, very inspirational. Even now, also, it is not good for one cannot say it's good for a teenager of 5 years old. Even we professionals or seniors and all, if everybody sees it fits, it's written in such a way that it fits for every person, every profession, and for every mood.
Certainly, delightful collection of very simple short stories which have a lot of life lessons
Yeah,
to motivate and enlighten. Moving ahead to our next question, the current school, Takshshilaa, the
yeah,
word has a historical glory. So, what is
yeah.
one thing that you think is very unique about your organization?
In the first year of the inception itself, um, you can say 90% of our children won medals in the Olympiads, and we have three children who have topped at the national level. So that makes Takshshilaa International School, Sheorinarayan, a very unique school in the whole nation.
Certainly, this truly, the success of the story, as we discussed earlier, also narrates the success of the school itself. So, no better explanation was there. Moving ahead to my next question, which outdoor activity you term as your way to connect with the world?
Meeting with people, talking with them. I love talking with people whenever I get time. That talking gives a very good bonding, very good connection. We exchange a lot of views. I learn a lot of things from the people of different categories, professions, and all, and develop good bond.
Wonderful. Moving ahead to my
I'm
last
open to
question in
all.
this, you're open to all. All right.
Yeah, please.
Beautiful. Moving ahead to my next question, how do you spend your family time?
Enjoy good food in the house. Have good fun time in the movie with movies or some good outing. That's all.
That is the wonderful habit for every family to build, to at least make it a point to eat together, because when you eat together
Yeah.
you connect very well. So beautiful thoughts shared by you, sir. Here in one word also, we got to know much more about you. Moving ahead to the last question of the show, which is also called the viewer's choice question. Well, my viewers says that education have so much resilience, educators have so much resilience through the pandemic, and as new academic session is now in progress with reopening of the doors, many rules and contingencies have been laid down as the prerequisites. Are there any additional challenges that is being faced by educators, school heads, and managements after the new normal has, just come back and children are back to school?
I would like to say, see, education has been a challenge right from the beginning, and it will have a lot of challenges as long as we are there. It's not restricted only to the new resolutions or the new policies coming up. Education itself is a challenge because we are transforming lives of the children. We are building lives of the children. We are creating lives of the children in different domains, in different aspects, in different ages. So this itself is the biggest challenge what a real educator faces, irrespective of the policies, irrespective of the current situations, irrespective of the pandemic was there or not there. So these challenges we always have to face even in the ideal conditions also, because we need to create lives, we need to change lives, we need to transform lives, we need to build the real citizens of India, in the different professions. So that's the real challenge which the educator faces. And for that, the experience only counts, how they deal, how they cope up. There are no words to explain the challenge. There are no words to explain how you cope up with. It's only your experience, your masterclass, how you deal, how you find the solution, and how you win it.
Absolutely, sir. Managing two kids at home is a task for us, and we try to give best to these two kids. But when at school level, there are thousands of kids, and you to ensure that each and every kid has got his best, and you have identified the skill of that child, and you're ensuring that the child excels in his own field. So that's truly the biggest challenge which educators face, and yet they are doing this job
Yeah.
wonderful. So, sir, it was really, a privilege to hear your wise words today, and it was great to have you on our show. We got a lot to learn from you, and yes, you rightly said that the success of an educator always lies in the success of student. So, thank you so much for your time with us, and we hope to see you again in many more series of great principles.
Thank you, Seema. Even I also feel honored to have a good, positive interaction with you and with my viewers hearing me throughout the world. And I also love interacting with good educationists like you and all the viewers. Maybe directly or indirectly, it was a good conversation where you heard me, and indirectly, I will also hear all the viewers. So, millionfold thanks to all my viewers and Seema, you and the most important is this platform, the Great Principles platform, a platform of educationists. I really feel honored. This is again a good like medallion on my shoulders, or a feather, adding a feather on my cap, like coming to such a good platform of great principles. And every time I have been listening others, and fortunately, with the blessings of you all, I got the turn today, and many will get good people will get turn in the coming times. So really, it's a great honor, a great achievement, and again, I call it one of the biggest felicitations, to coming in this channel. Thank you, Seema.
Thank,
Thanks a lot.